Hello everyone, my name is Jacqueline Davison. Just for a quick intro, I got my bachelor's degree in psychology. I am a certified nutritional therapist and educated in holistic health. I wanted to share with you today my story of how I got my energy, my stamina, and overall health back after being diagnosed with hypothyroidism, a thyroid autoimmune disease, and a goiter that I had in my throat a little over a year ago. Now, as you can tell, my throat is pretty smooth now, so you can't imagine anything being there. But a little over a year ago, I had what I thought was a lump, and I went to the doctors, had it examined, and it was actually a goiter, which is an enlarged thyroid. It had been putting pressure on my throat, not allowing me to eat and swallow correctly. My energy levels were extremely low, and this all took place after I had my first child. I had never encountered any of these health issues before I had children, before I was pregnant, but my entire life changed after I had her. Not only was my energy low, I just felt the worst I'd ever felt. I was overweight. I had gained 50 pounds while I was pregnant. It seemed like I couldn't get rid of it. Even afterwards, I would try working out and nothing seemed to work. So I want to share with you guys some tips that helped me to get my life back. Now, the first thing I recommend is pretty obvious. You go to your doctor and you get your tests run and you confirm whatever's going on with your health. So if you've already been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, then most likely your doctor has tried to put you on medication. And usually it may take a while for them to find the correct dose, but naturally, if you have a goiter or you lack the thyroid hormone, you do need to supplement your body with more thyroid hormone for it to balance out, because your thyroid controls so many other systems in the body, especially your metabolism. You need that to first be normal in order to improve your overall health. But here's the thing with medication, and I found this out myself too, and with other people in my family who have the same condition, that medication did make their numbers appear normal on paper, but they still were dealing with all the symptoms. Now, raise your hand if you're still overweight and taking thyroid medication, or still taking thyroid medication but experiencing all the symptoms, the lack of energy. So for me, medication was not the end. There were other things that I felt like I needed to be doing. My doctor told me, wait a couple weeks, you'll start to feel your energy, you'll feel amazing. I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and nothing changed except for the numbers on the paper. So I started looking into other thyroid specialists who had helped people manage their symptoms, heal their bodies through natural means. Diet, nutrition, exercise, all these types of things, supplements. So I found a book that changed my life forever. And the first thing that I did was follow everything he said about changing your diet. It's going to be different for each person. I had a thyroid autoimmune disease where when I'd eat specific foods, that would cause an autoimmune response, causing my immune system to attack my thyroid glands. The food that caused that, gluten. And anything related to gluten, my body would confuse with, and I would automatically go into that state of being extremely sluggish, have zero energy. So the first thing I did when I discovered that my diet could be affecting the way I feel was I did the Whole30. You can find all of this information for free online and find out what foods to avoid while you're doing the Whole30. Now, albeit it's extremely hard to do it perfectly, but you can do it as close as you can to the mark. So it does ask to get rid of all grains, I was able to zero in on gluten, oats, stuff like that, get rid of the breads, but I did keep in rice and corn. I didn't overdo it, but I still wanted those as a carb source for me because it was too difficult to get rid of all of it at once. I got rid of added sugars, including fruit for 30 days. Not saying fruit's bad for you, but for the time being, to decrease inflammation, I got rid of fruit. I got rid of caffeine, sugar, green, caffeine. And dairy. Dairy was huge. I had previous stomach issues since I was in middle school. I was diagnosed with a microbacterial colitis. So dairy always caused me to flare up again. So to fast forward, I did this for 30 days. I lost 10 pounds in the first month. I'm not saying this is about weight loss because it's not. I wanted to feel better. I wanted to have energy back. And those 30 days was the best I had felt in probably in a year. Like since before I had my daughter. Like I started feeling good again. After those 30 days ended, I wanted to keep implementing them. And some people be like, "Don't you miss the sugar, the candy, because I used to be addicted to candies. I'd have my stash, I'd have my sweets. I had to go through the caffeine headaches. But after it was all said and done with, I had experienced such a great reward that those things to me didn't seem so great anymore. The temporary good feeling of eating those things was lost because I found something greater. So we have see your specialist, get your condition confirmed, find out exactly what you have, do the necessary tests, make sure they run a full thyroid panel, not just the one test that they normally run. You want to have your T3 and your T4 tested, and even better, you want to have your nutrient levels tested, your vitamins, your minerals. Normally, thyroid patients are lacking in some of their vital nutrients, which is why I encourage supplement use, and so did this thyroid specialist that I had been learning all these things from. So in accordance to changing my diet, I started implementing really, really good supplements. Not where you go to Walmart and buy these supplements that have fillers in them or you end up peeing them out. Do your research and find some really good, dense supplements that are guaranteed to absorb in your body, and then your body is guaranteed to use them. So, examining diet, supplements. Later on, I ended up making shakes as a part of my diet because I'd cut out so many foods and noticing my body was starting to heal, the inflammation, the pain in my joints was going down. I started drinking shakes in the morning for breakfast and experimenting, throwing crazy vegetables in them, almond milk, like you name it. I tried doing it and they all taste, I'm not gonna lie, they tasted disgusting. But I forced myself to drink them because I wanted to get those nutrients in my body quick, especially in the morning after you wake up. I ended up finding some other shake brands that I liked that have tons of superfoods, proteins, amino acids, probiotics, everything I needed all in one. So that's what I've been doing since then, and it's made a huge difference. I also noticed more energy after I started getting more supplements into my body. Supplements, they are very, very beneficial. Especially, even for the normal person, if you aren't getting in your adequate fruits, vegetables, proteins, and you also have to think about when you're eating these foods, after they're picked, they automatically start losing their value. So, like I said, I'm a huge cheerleader for supplements, for optimum nutrition, and helping every system in the body run at its optimum level. Step 4, daily exercise. I cannot stress how important this is. A lot of thyroid patients struggle with mental health, anxiety, depression. I was going through postpartum depression as I was going through all these other health issues. Mentally and physically, I was at my worst. But I found a program that combined both yoga and Pilates. I hadn't worked out in over a year, so I needed to start small, which everyone's exercise level is going to be different. think all that matters is that you get some kind of physical activity going in there where it's enough to release those endorphins in your body. It also releases a hormone, cortisol, and is able to help reduce inflammation within the body. So I highly recommend it. My life has completely changed just from altering the foods I eat, putting foods into my body that it likes, eliminating foods that it has a negative reaction to, exercising 4 to 5 days a week, even if it's only 20 to 30 minutes. It makes such a huge, huge difference. And number 5, start putting yourself around people that can relate to you, that can support you. If you want to make changes in your life, and if you're having these thyroid issues or autoimmune issues, start to get connected to other people who may be having these issues as well. And seeking support, finding people to lift you up, getting rid of people, not necessarily kicking people out of your life, but negative influences will not help your mental health of this part of the aspect. They just won't. They don't encourage you. They suck the energy from you. To be your healthiest, you really want to be positive and uplifting and encouraging, and you want to surround yourself with the same type of people who are doing those types of things. So I'm very excited. I hope my simple tips gave you guys a little bit more of an idea of what you can do for yourself, how you can help your thyroid, how you can decrease inflammation in your body, what has helped me. And if you would like to have some one-on-one counseling, you can email me at starcherie2003@yahoo.com. That's StarCherie2003@yahoo.com, or you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Jacqueline C. Davison. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you received some answers from this video.